Tell us how it all started for you. Who is Orlando and why did you become a tour guide? It's such a very interesting profession.
I'll make it very short and sweet because it will take us the whole day if I say the whole story. It's a long story, but you know, before independence, when we were still ruled by South Africa, it was difficult for young men to decide what you want to do in the future. So it is one of the things, because it was a national duty, I joined the Southwest African Police Force. And I have been trained at Leopard Valley, as they now call it in Afrikaans, now the Namibian Defence Force based. And that's where I went through my intensive police training for 6 months, and thereafter I was for all these years until 1988 till 1998. I was a police detective officer in Windhoek and Rehoboth, and then since then, the whole time that I was a police officer, many people didn't know that I was a police officer. I did play for the Namibian national team. I was the captain of the Brave Warriors.
Oh, wow.
Till we went to 1998 Burkina Faso for the first time to qualify for the African Nations Cup. So, but when I was a child, I used to stay with my brothers and my family and my aunties and all at the farm called Erwie, behind coming up northwest of Namibia, where the desert-adapted elephants are ruling. But it was not easy.
Yeah.
You were staying with lions and birds and animals and all, but throughout that, without knowing, I was doing hunting on birds for the port, learned to know about lizards and skinks and snakes and animals. But our father was a herbalist. So through him, I learned to know about the use of plants.
Okay.
And that way, I was trained indirectly after I realized. But after independence, I resigned from the police and I joined, I was playing with Sandro de Gouveia as a captain since when I joined the national team. And then I joined him and I was the sales rep for him for the company called Trisport in Walvis Bay. And thereafter, I didn't like the job. Nothing suits me, and I decided to go from there. And I went and worked at Windhoek Dental Laboratorium, deliveries of false teeth and samples. I didn't like that too, so I resigned. And then thereafter, I joined Namibian Post Office as a non-post or post office courier operating company called Mopani Quality Services, and then I was a courier controller doing services on or taking care of the mail sorters, delivery trucks, pickup trucks, drivers, cleaners.
Yeah.
So I was involved in lots of trainings and involved in lots of things at Nampost. After some time, I became the supervisor at Nampost Courier, which I was supervising all the Nampost couriers around the country, which I didn't even like, because when they realized later on that I was a police officer and a detective officer, I started give me a job, extra job, to do investigation on missing and stolen property.
Okay.
And I didn't like that. It was really a very tiredful job. I resigned. I always resigned on the 1st of June, on my birthday.
Okay.
I resigned and I went to the village called Erwie, where I'm groomed.
Okay.
And then one day, one of the chiefs in that area, he passed on, called me to his house, and he said to me, would you like to join one of the companies, which Kwatin Conservancy, which I'm coming from, is having a concession, and this guy was having a lease. A very nice man, a gentleman, wise man. He used to be a naturalist and a conservationist in the past before independence, known as Mr. Steve Brain. He was having the concession at Hobadre Lodge. So I fall into his hands, and there I realized that this is what I want.
Yeah.
And one day he called me and said, do you like to be my guide or the manager? And I said to him, I've been working too much with people, and it's not easy to work with people. It's good to work with people, but not easy to work with your own people.